Oh, lovely. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation, and welcome back to the Gold Rush, where we are sitting pretty giddy down at the store here. And the reason I say that is because the new update is out, and there are a lot more shiny new toys in our toy shop here. Mainly looking at this beast. So we have, as you all know, the updates come out which has allowed for the drilling rig, so we're going to cross into that one in a little bit. But I do believe this monster is coming as part of the DLC in January, which is going to be very exciting. So we're not going to add that to the wish list now, but just look at it. This is going to be fantastic. On top of that, if we walk over here, you can see that we have a trommel. A much bigger trommel as well. And then we all have all of our bits and pieces here. It's the gravel pump, that looks pretty cool. A planter. Not quite sure how that works, but that's pretty cool. And then we have the derocker as well, which is nice. So, as you can see here, I've got everything costs $1 on, because we're just going to go and have a quick look and play with some of these devices on, or some of the machines on the new claim. This must be part of the Frankenstein kit. This is monstrous. Glacier Creek. Look at the size of that thing. So I'm assuming that this gets loaded by the monstrous conveyor belt over there, one would have to expect. We also want one of these. Take that. We'll take this, thank you very much. These are the normal things, but we're going to take a front loader up there as well, because we might need to load some rocks into the derocker. We don't want the small excavator, we're going to take the beast. But most importantly, we're going to drill, baby, drill. And for that, we need this fella, which is looking pretty mean, I have to say. Alright, so we're going to purchase these, and we're going to head on up and over to the new claim. We're going to Nighthawk Creek, so we will see you up there in just a second. When we do, we'll come and we'll get everything set up and working. So, leave it with me for just a moment or two, and then we'll come back to you. What's going on, everybody? We are back, and we are not even able to get into our own place because of the giant rock in the way. So, how on earth did they get all my equipment in here? As you can see, as we all kind of have kind of a sandpit here, I have a full pickup load and trailer load of equipment. Now, I'm almost certain I haven't got everything I need. There will be extra trips, but I've gathered as much as I can just to try and get us up and running, really. So we'll see how we get on. But for now, we are at Nighthawk Creek, and here it is. So quite a lot of undulating terrain, a little bit different to what we've had already, but no doubt just as challenging. So we need to go and park up somewhere and just find out where all of our equipment is that should be here. And what I might do actually is just turn around. We're going to have a drive straight down onto the claim itself without losing any of my stuff up the back here. Lovely stuff. Just a 9-point turn. Perfect. So, I think I see some buildings in the distance there. We'll go and head that way. See what's going on. So this one looks like a fairly sizable claim, sorry. I am very interested to see how the gold drill works. There's a lot of new features around that do look very fascinating. This looks more likely. Do I go straight on? Or no, I think I can see some of my equipment, so we are going down. Okay, so this is all obviously mineable, and then we have our setup here for our rig. Oh, bounce, bounce, bounce. Let's hope we haven't lost anything. And we're just going to pull up here next to the store. Let's have a look. So, I got a lot of our equipment shipped over here. Let me stop you. Stop you. So, obviously, most of this we've seen already. We've got the trommel here. That's great. Oh my, look at that. That's kind of something. He didn't have a good day, did he? Good lord. So, without further ado, if we go into our backpack here, you can see the new feature at the top here, we have gold map. So when we look in gold map, this actually breaks down each individual claim by grid squares. So what we'll be able to do, based off the key here, we'll go drill into each of these squares here, and the key will indicate approximately how many, if it's grams of gold, or if it's ounces, or flakes, or what. But this will be able to, this will give us an idea. So what we can do in theory is just go down grid sections, and it'll give us a good indication of how we're looking. We need to figure out first of all which, because the claims aren't listed in terms of, you know, claim name, which would make more sense, but they're not. So we'll have to just go and figure that one out for ourselves, which we can do. Just need to find out where someone's parking my drilling rig. There she is. Someone's really had some issues with keeping machinery upright in this claim. Look at that. It's not even a full excavator. It's like the arms of an excavator. That's weird. So here it is. Here's one of the most anticipated new pieces of the kit. This is our drilling rig. So it's essentially what looks like a cat bulldozer with a transformer style bar on the front. Does that lift up and down? Is that in hydraulics? It is. That's kind of neat. And then on the back, rather than having a ripper arm, we've got a drilling rig, so that's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's just jump in. Alright, so we're just going to find a few spots and we're going to crack on with some drilling here and see what shows up. I'm assuming it's automatically going to populate the old claim map, so we're going to start near where the wash plant would be, just for practical reasons. So, and what I usually want to do is level all of this out anyway, so we're going to do exactly that here, but if we're going to come in here and level this out anyway, we may as well just sit here and kind of see how this is going to work. And I've pressed skip again. There we go. And we're drilling. There's not much noise to the drilling. Now, how does this work then? So we bring the drill back up. And is that going to tell us the level of... Okay, so let's see, if we go into here, and we go into our gold map. Oh, I see, so this is where we are here then, I believe. So this is the information it gives us about the Nighthawk or claim square that we've just drilled into already. So you can see the depths we've gone through there. So 5 grams per cubic meter, 666. So okay guys, so I've just continued with a few more drilling squares here, and look at the rich of the vein of gold we've managed to find here. So as you can see here, this is our legend here right now, so it shows you got a small amount, and then the lighter the colour, the more gold we have. Boom, right here, what would you know, we are coming into a very rich vein. So what we might do is continue to drill out this way, just to see how far that continues for. But then we'll be able to get some mining done, and we're looking like we're going to make some good gold here. However, for right now, we're going to have a quick look at the Derocker. And what I'm going to do, I did buy some chains from the store, and I do believe we're going to need those. So the Derocker is set, which looks very good indeed. So that is just going to need power and water coming through to it, and I've fallen down a hole. So let's see where our trommel is as well. It should be lined up here somewhere. And now we're just going to slowly lower down this trommel. We should find it's going to click into place very quickly. Just like that. If we just get out the cab here. So the Derocker itself is very self-explanatory in terms of how we're going to fill it. All we need to do now is connect some water up here and get the rest of the system lined up here. Well, good morning everybody. This is day 2 of our season 2, and as you can see here, we've actually started to dig ourselves a hole. which is not the biggest hole. But what I'm going to show you here, before we go any further, I did a little bit more drilling. We've been able to establish where we've got a little bit of a streak here, so we're going to continue. We're currently at 492, so we'll toggle that square on. As you can see, we've started to drill ourselves out, so we're going to continue. But what I do need to do first of all is take this rock truck, which is now full. We're going to take it down to the wash plant, fire up the wash plant, and then start to actually run some pay. So this is going to be quite exciting. See how we get on here. Now I was thinking that I should probably come back through and kind of level out a bit of a road through here, really, which we might well do once we really get going. We'll just see how it all works really for the first couple of loads. I have already tipped a load into the hopper, but what I do need to do before I tip any more is just go and fire everything up really. So we're just going to stop that there. Alright, so first things first, we're going to head on over to the pump, which we have all connected, all fueled up, connected into the river, more into the pond there, I guess it is, more than the river. So let's just turn this on, see how it works. So we've got our water line pumped into or plumbed into the lake. As you can see, we're set up on the hillside there. That's where we're going to be digging down through first. We're going to see how that goes primarily to begin with, just see what the results are like before we take it any further. What I would probably look to do is dig an access road on here at some stage, just to see if we can actually improve the ride through. But right now, we just need to turn on everything and we'll go and run some dirt, see how it pans out. No pun intended. So right now, we're going to head the other way. And let's go and crank up the generator. So let's power splitter. I don't think we've got anything on these anymore, but we'll just give them all a bit of a press anyway. Mainly because I like pressing buttons. Alrighty. So as we should see now, we've got pay dirt's coming into the derocker here. That is doing its thing. It is separating all the rocks out. Rocks are shooting down there. Lovely jubbly. And all of the good stuff is heading straight down and through into the trommel where it gets separated out. So we're currently at 4% there. That's lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excellent. Happy days. So we're going to tip out the remainder of this rock truck, which is parked here full. Right now our hopper is all but empty, so we better get cracking here. Okie dokie, let's just take it back a bit. And up we go. So a full rock truck load is not quite a full hopper load, it's a little bit less. Not a great deal, but I think it's in the region of about 60%, 70%, so means that we have to keep ourselves busy. Now, like I was saying, what I would like to do is kind of make a better access road here at some stage, but I can't afford to bring in the bulldozer yet, so we need to make some gold first, and then we'll get the road leveled out. Okay, we are just going to take this load back down here, and then we're going to push on and just crack on and get some holes dug, really. The plant is working well, we just can't get it fed quickly enough at the moment, so we need to try and figure out how we can do that. Other than that, I have no real qualms at the moment. How's that looking there? Oh, no, crashed. So yeah, we just need to figure out this last step really into how we're actually going to keep this fed quickly enough. I wonder if I can stockpile the dirt any easier. But that's something for me to figure out. But for now, we're going to tip this load in, we'll see how it looks, and then we're also going to have a wander down, see how the mats are all looking there. That's all empty. But for now, yeah, everything is going very successfully. Very happy with how it's all finishing out. But let's have a quick wander as that loads through. Let's go and have a look at the good stuff. So from 2 bucket loads, effectively, we're all at about 17%. Or no, 2 rock truck loads, we're at about 17%, which is quite slow. But then we are not expected to reach the real good seam of gold until we get about another couple of meters down, really. So that's all well and good. We're going to let that one run through there. By the time the hopper is empty, we'll be well over a quarter of the way. So that's good news. We're making some good progress here, so that's all very exciting. Everything is working very efficiently. Let's go and have a look at the rocker in action. Fuel is low on something. I imagine it's not this generator. It could well be on the 360. Okay, so that is empty. That is finished. We're going to knock everything off for now, and I'm just going to dig up a stockpile of dirt, and then I'll come back and give you an update later on in the day. Welcome back along to Nighthawk Valley here on the Gold Rush. So quite a bit's changed since we last, since yesterday actually, when we were just kind of establishing the new plant. I've been doing a lot of stockpiling. We've been running some dirt through the plant, and we're starting to get make some progress. As you can see here, we're currently just stockpiling from our holes we're drilling or we're digging. If I show you our drill map, first and foremost, you can see that we've drilled a few maps. You can see where we've got kind of a hotbed here. Now we are currently standing on the edge of 518. I think we're digging into. Let me just tackle that square there. Let's go back. Let's have a look. See here. So we're standing on 518 here. So we're currently digging into the kind of the squares around us, really. So we're going to dig quite a big hole here, and it's going to venture back through the claim as well at given time. But for right now, so far this has been quite a successful little dig. For the small amount of dirt we've actually dug up here and we're starting the process, we've gained what is 1,864 grams, which when we put that into ounces, that is a little bit over 65 ounces. So we're doing very well so far. As you can see, I was just filling the dump truck or the rock truck up from here and then carting that down, but I found that was a little bit slow. The conveyor belt with the rock truck with the automated feed was completing or emptying the conveyor belt and emptying the hopper before I got a new trailer load full. So I'm trying something a little bit different here where we can hopefully be just a little bit more efficient, all being well. So we'll tip that out there. And then, so we're just going to stop this for now. We're going to have a quick look let's catch up on our progress here. So we'll head on down to the plant. Everything's been emptied out again. It's ready to go. So the mats are clean, the buckets are empty. So all we need to do is really get some power through here. As you can see, we have a small stockpile of gold here. We've got the one on the hill over there that we'll get into as well. We're going to just hit those with the wheeled loader. This dump truck is full and the hopper is almost full. So we've got plenty of dirt to be going with. What I'm going to do is grab a bucket. I'm going to just fill up a bucket of water because we're going to need that eventually anyway. So idea being if I do that now, it kind of saves on some of the journeys later on. I'm trying to get all these cables to run in kind of one area just to keep it a little bit safer. I think I've kind of managed that as best as possible. Apart from that one's been pulled a bit tight there, but never mind. And the same thing for the water. We managed to split the water off here, and we do actually need to disconnect or reconnect the water up properly. Let's have a look here. So the water is currently connected through to the two feeders or the washers, the wavetable and the magnetite separator. But what we need to do is just swap this, plug it into that. Perfect. Where's my bucket gone? So we're going to head on down to the lake. We're going to get a bucket of water from the lake. We'll start up the washer or the generator for the water pump, and then we will head on back, fire up the wash plant, and then we'll see what we're able to salvage, really. Now, all being well, as we have a lot of our equipment set up here, the aim for, as we make more money, will be to buy a new claim, to buy an excavator to put onto that claim, and then to get a worker to operate it for us. That's my intention, at least. And I'll just walk straight past without turning the generator on. That's frustrating. But yeah, so it took a good day and a bit to get everything set up and make sure we had all the equipment we needed. We started mining properly yesterday, got a good amount done. And like I say, I will continue today. Go. 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 Alright then. So we are up and away. Everything has power coming through to it. Very shortly we should be getting some dirt there as well. Perfect. So what I'm going to do at this stage is jump straight into the rock truck. We'll make sure the hopper is kept full. So I'm going to continue mining this our current spot, and then I'll come back to you when we've got something, when we're about to do the clear out, and we'll have a look how we're looking for the end of the day. And then onwards. Right, yo everybody, we have come to a point where I think we're going to call it a day. The light's just getting a little bit too dark to work here. We don't have any lights set up yet, so it's getting a little bit tricky. But we will just stick this rock truck load straight into the hopper here whilst it's still working. And then we'll see how we're looking from there. We shouldn't be too far from filling up another round of buckets and mats, and we might even just give those a bit of a wash out tonight and see how we're looking as well. So whilst that's doing its thing, flat. Wander around here, just check how our percentages are doing. Oh, 63 across the board. Okay. gold in that there, Sluice. Well, good morning, good morning. We are going to keep ploughing on here. We actually, at this stage, we've got 12% of gas left here, so I'm just going to turn this off for now. We'll leave that for now. What we're going to do, we're going to push on and run till we've got no more gas left for the generator. But before we do that, I'm going to empty out these mats first, just because I like them to be, you know, to be able to run as much as possible. I don't have to stop again. And I think the easiest way to do that is to just empty these out. We'll go until the generator runs out, really, and then we'll empty everything out from there, and then kind of know where we stand, really. That's my thinking. Okay then, guys, so we've just got the last of the mats rinsed out. We're going to take this up and just leave it by the wavetable, and then we're going to fire everything back up again, swap the water around so it's actually working back onto the wash plant. And then we'll be able to get firing. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is just swap these over. Alright, we're good to go. So as I mentioned, we're going to keep going until we run out of gas on the generator, which may not be too long, but we'll see. So I'm going to jump into here, we'll take the rock truck down, and we'll crack on. I was able to dig out a little like loading bay, really, for the rock truck, which just meant that, because we're on quite high ground here, that it reduces the amount of lift I have to do in the excavator to fill up the hole, or to load the rock truck. So it just kind of speeds up the process a little bit for me, I find. My camera set here. So what we're actually going to do is leave that pile behind me. I use that pile when it gets a little bit dark to kind of see what's going on in the hole here. So we're going to leave that for now. I'm going to carry on with our little trench here as we continue to dig down. So at this stage here, I will put a little time lapse together of us pushing through here and going until we can't go any further. Well, everybody, we are about coming to an end here. The fuel gods are not gonna let us get through all of this. Right now, the excavator has approximately maybe about a tenth of a tank, and the big generator over there is running on about 4%. So I'll be very impressed if we can actually get through this last load here, but we're certainly going to try. Right then, guys, let's get on with this. We have got the last of the buckets from the mats. We've got everything else we need. I think we've got about 1%. Oh, I've spilled a load of gold on the floor. First world problems. We'll just fire up the wave table. Let's get some gold. So we were on 1800 ounces, and you can already see we are shooting up here. Oh no, get off the ladder. Look at number 3. I just think there's a lot there. Well, that would suck. You still got some in? Nope. You. You. I believe you here are the final one. No. Oh, that was a mistake. Ugh. Okay, so it looks like we may have lost a little bit of gold there, which is very unfortunate. Lesson learned for next time. However, we're going to shut this down. And then we'll have a wander over, we need to shut the water. Shut down. Okay then, so it's going to jump in. We're going to head on over down to the blacksmith. I want to get this gold cashed in, really. It's the big... We need to get some capital, as I've mentioned here, so we're going to head on over. Okay guys, we may have taken a bit of a random way to get here. A road I've never been on before, so that's something new explored, but we've made it. We are at the blacksmith. Hallelujah. Now, let's get some gold sold here. Melt the gold. Lovely stuff. That looks like a hefty bar. What's that? 146.7 ounces of gold there, so we're going to be doing pretty well. I just dropped it on the floor. Perhaps I want to keep hold of that. Just a thought. Could you imagine if you just stumbled across that somewhere? How outrageous. Okay, so we're going to head down to the bank, we're going to sell this, and then we'll leave it there for the day. But I just want to make sure we have enough money to purchase everything we want to buy. We need to get ourselves back up and running fiscally. So, as there's no one else here in town... Alright, so we've got 177,000, which is more than enough. So at this point, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and next episode we are going to be purchasing a new bulldozer to bring back on the claim here. We'll also be setting up a new claim with a hired worker just to bring a bit more revenue in. and then we'll be making sure we can get some more gold out of Nighthawk Valley as well. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. As always, I have been Simulation for the Nation. You have been fantastic, as you always are. Until next time, thank you very much, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.